way through it.
Can I sit? Okay. Let's read. Oh, I see. Wow. Objective started, go back to the scribe. I love the way that, like, it is reading, but there's, like, letters mixed up because reading's hard. Is that it? Is that all I have to do? You seem to have missed getting a horse still quite early in the game, though. Parazane, where did I get it from? It's from a quest. At some point in the quest line, you get given Pebbles, the horse, and it's yours to keep.
I've read the book.
Wonderful. So tell me, what have you learned?
Oh. There was something about some fellow and a goose. I was actually supposed to read it, right? Shall we guess at this one?
That being greedy doesn't pay.
Excellent.
I was lucky.
You're
I
one of
didn't
my
read it
most
at all.
talented pupils. You've uncovered the meaning hidden in the letters. Like I told you, books are valuable, and the words that you place in them ought to be no less so.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the foundation. Remember, my boy, the pen is mightier than the sword. To fully learn your way around words will take a lot more reading yet. Now we'll move on to the second lesson, which will be much harder. Many books are written in Latin, the language of erudite and religious men. If you really want to be able to read, there's no getting away from Latin. There's a book on the table with some text. Read it and then come back. You need not understand it, but you should master the letters.
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and now you're asking me to tackle Latin.
You're a clever lad. You'll manage. Farewell.
Okay, which one is he referring to then? It's not that one. Or is it this? It could be this, actually. Except I can't sit down, so it can't be. Where the hell was I supposed to go? There's something about a manuscript. Not this, is it? No. No, that's the goose and the eggs one. I didn't know there was going to be a test on it afterwards. If I thought there was going to be a test, I'd have actually read the damn thing. It must be this. Let me just jump on the table here.
Hey!
Right. Nope. Okay. Nope. Can't be. Can't be that. It looks like it's... That looks like it's the sort of thing it's supposed to be, though. Right of the book.
Good luck to you.
Oh, I didn't see that on there. Thanks. I just thought that was a wooden board. I couldn't see the actual brown wooden book camouflaged against its background. Thank you for that one. Cheers, Agonsi. Oh my god. Un ulzu est libre tam malsu ut non alke aparte prosit. Libri muti am gistri snut. Hoitimus orata est qui pauxi veribs plurim adicit. That is Latin, with everything spelt badly, and read by someone who doesn't know any Latin, and pronounced by a Yorkshireman. So, if that made sense, then you have a very high reading skill. Where'd the scribe go? Where did the scribe?
Be a bit more careful.
Oh, I just walked over him in his fancy yellow pants. Come here. Russian book cover. Good camo. I read the page.
So tell me, Distrupule, what's written there?
That middle one. Dullus liver tam malus et non a liquor party profit. I like the bottom one. Nutus set libertine malice ut non alica part drop it. It's got to be that one.
Nullus est liber tam malus Ut non lique parte prosit.
Good heavens! Don't tell me you haven't had lessons before. Excellent. Well, there's nothing more I can teach you. Congratulations. You can go and be ordained right away.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Domine. I'm feeling a lot wiser.
Good luck to you.
New perk point available in reading. Now, you can read those books. He'll have a load, actually. Does he have? Let's just have a talk trade.
God be with you.
Does he have anything about reading? Because obviously you can learn lots of stuff on these, but like a primer. Is this a skill book on reading? And there's a primer too. Can only be read after reaching level 5. Well, we want them anyway. So these level your reading skills up. So we want that and that. And you can read all of these. And I don't know what they teach you. On tournaments? That might be useful for something combat. On tournaments and nightly jousts. Stick it on the horse. Maidens War 2. About how the Maidens War. There's a load of history. How good mead is brewed. How to brew exquisite mead in the home from readily available ingredients. I'm buying that. Evil morals in Bohemia. How the Czechs indulge in sin and wrongdoing. Nah, not interested. Right, let's have a haggle.
Can we do something about the price?
All right, so.
Let's just bring this down a bit.
Are we agreed?
That's a poor offer.
It was a poor offer. It was intentionally a poor offer. Let's try a little bit more.
What do you say to this?
Come now. Just.
Excellent. Get those prices down. I'll go with that.
Very well, I agree.
Right. So we've learnt to read. And now I can sit down and read a book somewhere and develop that reading skill. And you know what? If you sit in the toilet, you get a bonus to reading. So that is the sort of sense of humour that the developers have put in this game. I'm alright for weight. What was I going to look for? I was going to look for skills, wasn't I? Lockpicking, reading, level 3. With our first perk. A colleague. All books are cheaper in shops. That's quite good, actually. In the flow. When reading, you'll get tired and hungry twice as slowly as normal. When do you get perk points in this? 3, 5... Oh, you get a lot of perk points then. That's good. Okay. Art connoisseur. First time you look at a fresco, cross, or wayside shrine, your charisma will increase temporarily by +2. The first time. Magistrate. Being well learned, you make a better impression on people and get a +1 speech bonus when trying to persuade a guard. Ah. That's for level 5. Avid reader. Your level of study of the book you've read most of will advance automatically while sleeping or skipping time. If you're sitting comfortably, you get a double reading bonus. A speech bonus from trying to persuade guards. I can see where that's going. And a cartographer. The whole map is revealed to you, showing all settlements, hunting spots, and caves. Now that's a nice one. We're going to go with, when reading, you'll get tired and hungry twice as slowly as normal. I think I'm going to go with that. Brilliant. Time of day is... it's not far off the evening. Energy and food and stuff's fine. I suggest we have a wander around and go and try and find pie while we're up here. And now to the corpse. Good point. Thank you. I would have forgotten that. It's a good job you guys are here to keep me on the straight and narrow with this game. Well, when I say straight and narrow, we're not talking about you guys telling me not to rob houses. No. Just remind me what I'm supposed to be doing. Of course. I'm going to jump over the bailiff. Oh. Ooh, that was lucky. I took a bit of stamina damage from that. I suddenly remembered I jumped down the hill before on a horse and nearly killed myself. In this game, it's a bit dangerous. I think this is the place. Whee! Handbrake turn. Oh, just pick some flowers. Because why not? Well, I've taken it down. Ah. Ah ha ha ha. Nice idea. We had the right idea. It looks like Zaradze. Well, that's that then. They've buried him. Hang on, we never checked his outhouse. Locked. Anything in his barn? No. I don't think there's any more clues to be had. Damn it, I thought we had a nice little lead there, folks. I thought this is it. We've got this sussed. We'll get a clue. I think the next clue comes when you go and see the old priest in the tavern at night. Ah, hang on. There's a locked chest here. Cowhides. Well, that was a lot of cowhides. Right. We don't need those, though. Damn it, that was a lot. Right, let's stick it on the old horse. I think I'm going to have to stop pinching those things because I'm getting a lot of them. Dog skins. Dog skins? What are you doing with 5 dog skins out there? How good mead is brewed to put that on the horse. And red deer hide. I am on the inventory now, right? Cool, that's got the weight limit down a bit. We're good. So, going to the corpse to read the message didn't work, so I can't think of anything else we need to do here. So we're going to have another look for Pie the horse. Let's have a look. Must be a side quest. Oh, hang on, I've got to go and see Gertrude, the herb woman. Well, that was to see the... let's just disable the horse that has bolted. There's no point having that enabled because it's not showing me where to go anyway. And let's... All the way out there? Really? Okay. Well, by the time I ride there... Yeah, by the time I ride there and ride back, should be sorted out. I dare say she'll have a quest for us to do. And you never know, we might find a stray horse up there.
Yeah.
I am going the right way, yeah. Ah, okay, I'll have to find somewhere to read sometime. Get that skill up. There's got to be a load of skill books on, well, skill books for combat and all sorts of stuff. So they'd be nice to read, I think. What? What is that? What is that? A weird branch? It looks like a weird curled branch. This has got to be a clue to something. You just don't find a random marker like that in the middle of the woods without it being a clue to something. Let's have a little look. There's another marker. That's got to be a marker. Got to be. Or is it just... No, there's another one. Maybe just stones on the road. Maybe. And a dead end? Does the path run out? No, it doesn't run out. I think we found something here. Or is it just wishful thinking? Ha! No, we actually found an old abandoned cottage. An interesting site. For which we don't know what they're for or what they do. Maybe it'll become apparent later on. Who knows? Right then. Let's go back and find this wise woman. Or whatever she claims to be. Man, it's hot in here tonight. It's one of those days that even though it was overcast outside, it's red hot, humid. It doesn't seem to have cooled down any. Maybe she will drug and take advantage of you? Yeah, well, we can live in hope. I don't think Henry would complain too much. Right. Aha, this looks like something. No? Maybe not. Can't be far off. Oh, pond. Very nice. Still going the right way. She'll turn me into a newt. Could be. 32 degrees in Norwich, Parazane? That is hot. That was today, right? That's not now. If it's that sort of temperature this time of night, then that is seriously uncomfortable. Here we go. We'll have to see if she floats to see if she actually is a witch. Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. A very good point. She's going to have me running errands. I just know. Oh, let's see if she knows what Lugoff.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Ask all you want, lad.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
Those that live by the sword die by the sword. I'm not surprised the end he came to.
I like the way she stitched all the sleeves and stuff on. Can't tell there's a seam there, can you?
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Everything about him was suspicious. I always gave him a wide berth.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
How would I know?
You even get young witches swimming Labrador? Well, did in Terry Pratchett.
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
I don't know, since I don't go to alehouses.
Fair enough.
That's all. Thank you.
Training.
Would you teach me something about medicinal herbs?
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
I'll just pay that.
Now,
Keep her happy.
pay close attention.
You improved herbalism. I think I'm supposed to maybe read to get the recipes and stuff for that. Right, okay.
I've come from the priest. They're saying you incited some women to witchcraft.
Me? Witchcraft? That's nothing but idle chatter.
Speak up, you old hag, or I'll wring your neck. That might succeed as well, although I get a very nice speechcraft bonus out here.
Don't you know that witches get burned alive?
There's no need for trouble. I'll tell you everything. I've done a very foolish thing.
Ah.
It's preying on my mind so much I can't sleep a wink.
Well, I'm supposed to believe an old witch has pangs of conscience.
Laugh if you like, but it's not a word of a lie. You probably know I sell various magic lotions and potions alongside my herbs. Well, there's one I wish I hadn't sold. You see, Vera, Zlata, and Kuta from Uzhitz wanted a magic ointment from me. I kept refusing them, but in the end, I let them talk me into it.
A magic ointment. A magic ointment.
What kind of ointment was it?
One that will show you a world no one else can see. A place of wonder and terror. The flowers might start talking to you, or the earth could swallow you up.
She got him high.
I don't know if it's the work of the devil or of God himself, but the ointment has that power. But it could poison any person who doesn't know how to use it right.
So all this talk of witches anointing themselves and then flying to their sabbaths on broomsticks.
The ointment could make a person see such things. But it was stupid of me letting those foolish women get their hands on it. They could poison themselves or fall off a cliff while they're lost in a dream.
Well, we did see a crashed witch, didn't we, in a broomstick? Oh, yeah. Can we get the
Can you
recipe?
give me the ointment recipe?
It contains belladonna and the herb Paris, both quite poisonous plants. That ought to make you think twice about dabbling with it.
So why did you give them the ointment at all?
Because I'm soft-hearted. You see, one of those women, Bera, lost her whole family in Skalitz. And Zlata's husband was killed. And the youngest of them, Kuta, miscarried with the horror of it all. They said they wanted to use the ointment to speak with the dead and ask them to put a word in with the Lord.
Yeah. I understand how they feel. But I reckon it'll get them nowhere but the ducking stool and the stake.
Judge not, lest ye be judged.
Oh, she's religious.
I didn't want to give them the ointment, but they offered me a pile of groschen. So I thought how desperate they must be, and I heard their plea.
Their plea or the clink of their coin?
Clink. Coin works for me. You want me to dabble, Swimming Labrador. You want me to dabble with the ointment.
And why are you so worried about it all of a sudden? What changed your mind?
I'm losing sleep over it. Firstly, those women don't know what they're doing. And secondly, folk might see it as witchcraft.
Oh, you don't say. Really?
You know what they do to witches?
Yes.
They burn them alive.
I think we told you that.
That they do. So don't be surprised I'm worried.
It didn't bother you before, though.
Well answered. So what did these people want it for?
What did they want the ointment for?
Each one of them lost a loved one recently, and it's grieving them. They wanted to talk with the dead.
That is witchcraft. Can I buy
What
this?
kind of ointment was it?
One that will show you...
Okay, yes.
So all this talk of witches,
Yes.
The ointment could...
Will you give me the recipe?
will you give me the ointment recipe?
It contains belladonna and the herb Paris.
She won't.
I've heard enough.
If you've heard
But,
enough, you must understand why I need your help. Find out from those women what they intend, and watch over them to keep them safe.
Burn them all.
Very well. But only because the priest himself asked me to.
Thank you 1,000-fold. I'll go to the Reverend myself and explain. You take care of those women. God bless.
Yeah, I know I've been through those already, but it was worth a look just to see if... Well, you never know with a conversation. It might suddenly change on the second option. It's worth a quick look. Now, there should be a herbalism bench here somewhere. So, let's just see. Start alchemy, okay. I've got a cauldron. Now, I just learned venoms and poisons. Excellent. So, what do? I don't have to... Oh my word, do I have to actually start this and time this and stuff? So do I need to start the fire? Dish. Cauldron. Help. Alchemy is a useful skill to transform herbs and other ingredients into potions and remedies. You need a knowledge of alchemy, a recipe, an alchemist's bench, and the necessary ingredients. In the alchemist's lab, you'll find on the right side of the bench a herbarium, which lists all the properties of herbs and all the recipes you have so far learned. You open it with E and using Q to turn the pages. E and Q. It's always best to follow the recipe in the book. By holding E on the recipe, you can also set all necessary ingredients straight onto the alchemy bench. That's better. Right, so where's the herbarium? Here. Read. So, save your schnapps. I need 1 nettle, and I don't have any belladonna, as far as I know. How do I turn the page? Herbs Q. You don't have all the ingredients for this recipe. I don't, indeed. A and D next. Maybe I don't have any more recipes. Herbs? Is this just the recipes queue? I have save your schnapps. That's the only recipe I have. Alright, so unless I'm going to experiment. What the hell do I do with vials? Oils. Whoop. We'll pour some of that in. Because, you know, why not? Bellows. Right, so we get that going. Inventory. Let's stick a dandelion in. Grows everywhere as a weed. So we're going to stick a dandelion and some mint. do I have? I have lots of these. We're going to make dandelion and mint tea. Let's see what this does. Okay, so we're going to do that. Use. Put a bit of that in. And a bit of that in. Okay, I can't use that then. Dish. Cauldron. Stick it in the cauldron. Right. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Let's get a bit of that stuff. Stick it in the cauldron. Right, we want some spirits. Yep, we need some spirits. Put the spirits in. No. Wine. Water. Oh, because we've got oil, we put oil in. It's going to make one minging tea. Bellows. Q. And sand glass. Alright, folks, we've got the tea brewing now. This is going to make a delicious dandelion and mint tea with just a slight bouquet of a summer meadow and perhaps a little hint of the outside wilderness of Bohemia. It's going to be a bit thick and oily. Is that done? Okay. Use, take, reset. Still. Right, how do I use that? I don't know. Okay. Let's just exit. Oh, what was that? File. Cauldron. Use. What the hell have we made? Potion brewing has failed. All ingredients are lost. Well, that was no great surprise, was it? All right. We need to get some recipes.